Skylanders is one of the most generation-defining video games ever made. The ability to collect toys and bring them to life on the big screen is every kid's dream. So to try and recapture what made this series so iconic, I'm going to be unlocking the Platinum Trophy on every Skylanders game ever released, meaning that we have to earn 255 trophies. Kicking off our nostalgic journey would be the game that started it all, Spyro's Adventure, where we would get our first trophy, Hello Skylander, for simply putting our Skylander on the portal for the very first time. Alright, let's do it. Oh my god, Spyro. I feel like a kid again, this is awesome. Hey, hello Skylander. That's our first trophy down, and we've got a lot more to get. Man, this is going to be one nostalgic journey. The first chapter is called Shattered Island, and completing it would get us the trophy Home Sweet Home. This mainly serves as a tutorial mission introducing us to the various gameplay mechanics. One of those being treasure chests, which reward us with gold. We found a treasure chest, sweet. Hey, happy hour. We also find our first elemental gate, which can only be accessed by a Skylander of the same element. And unlocking our first would get us another trophy. Inside these elemental gates are usually treasure chests and more often than not hats. And we can equip these on our Skylanders to give them a stat boost. You collected a new hat, Viking helmet. Yeah, let's chuck it on. Why not? Hey, fashion stylist, we got a trophy for that as well. Let's go, man. The trophies are flowing right now. This is awesome. Our main objective in this mission is to save the royal family of this village. But before we can do that, we have to take out our first enemies of the game, Chompies. And after clearing the entire pack, we would get our next trophy. We were then able to solve a quick puzzle, save the royal family, and complete chapter 1. Home Sweet Home. That's the first chapter or episode done. It was here when we were introduced to the main story of Skylanders, and it kicks off with this bold emo with a Napoleon complex named Chaos. This guy destroyed the Core of Light, which is a giant machine that keeps peace in Skylands. With the help of our pilot Flynn, the adventurer Callie, and Hugo, we have been tasked with repairing it by finding each of the elemental sources. But before we started hunting them down, we decided to talk to Callie, who would allow us to partake in heroic challenges, which are just mini challenges that reward us with minor stat boosts. Anyway, for completing one of these, we would get the new Challenger trophy. And not long after this, we were able to make our way through the Stormy Stronghold, where we could find our very first elemental source. Fresh air. We have got the air source. Let's go. We then went down to the beach where we could find this guy locked up behind bars. After freeing him, we find out that his name is Gurglefin, and he has come to ask for our help, as trolls have turned his island into an oil factory. So, being the good Samaritans that we are, we turned up, freed a bunch of prisoners, and blew up the factory. But that wasn't all, as we also managed to find our 10th hat. Hey, Fashion Elite, that's we're getting 10 hats. Beautiful. After getting a trophy for upgrading our Skylander, we headed to Darkwater Cove to get the twin spouts needed to restore the Core of Light. And this is where the nostalgia of this game really kicked in. I'm not gonna lie, I distinctively remember this mission, like playing back when I was a kid. I thought it was so cool, it was all like pirates and stuff. This is like, it's all coming back to me. It feels so weird. Feels so weird, but it's pretty cool. It was time to get our second elemental source, which was the Eternal Water Source, which we could find in Leviathan Lagoon. Aptly named because patrolling the shores is a giant Leviathan that will swallow you whole. And for the trophy Leviathan Dentist, we needed to eat us 5 times. Hey! Alright, so that's 1 time that we've been eaten. We need to get eaten 4 more times. Alright, this should be it. This should be it. That's the 5th time. We're gonna get a trophy. Hey, Leviathan Dentist. There we go. After this, it was time to grab the Eternal Water Source. Oh! Oh, it's Chaos. We got Chaos. This is the first of many boss fights that we will have with Chaos. They typically involve him summoning evil Skylander minions that we have to fight, as well as evil spells that we have to dodge. And for the trophy, Phew That Was Close, we have to dodge 30 of these sharks without being hit.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Yeah, we kind of fucked that up, so we're gonna have to come back for this one later. Soon enough, we were able to defeat Chaos and get the Eternal Water Source. Pure water, let's go! With 2 of the elemental sources secured, we were making swift progress on restoring the Core of Light, but we still had quite a few remaining, with our next target being the Eternal Earth Source, which we could get by simply taking out this boss. It's gotta be it. Let's go! Defeat the Stone Golem, and that's the Earth Source, baby. Mother Earth, that's for getting the Earth Source. Next was the Eternal Life Source, which we could find in the Falling Forest. In this level, we have to deal with these giant chainsaw machines chopping down trees. These can easily be blown up using rockets, but for the trophy, no rockets fired, we were meant to beat this level without using rockets, which means that this is another one that we're gonna have to get later on. We eventually reached the end of the level where we were confronted by Chaos again, and in the middle of the boss fight, we got a random trophy to pop. Dodgeball. Sweet. I don't know what that trophy's for, but we got a trophy. This trophy was actually for defeating Chaos's evil ant minion whilst 5 of these seeds were on the field. A trophy that is easily missable. Anyway, after defeating Chaos here, we were able to get our hands on the Eternal Life Source. The Light of Life. It's the Eternal Life Source secured. After picking up a few more collectible and miscellaneous trophies, we got to partake in some good old-fashioned guerrilla warfare, where we got to run through trenches, blow stuff up, and deal with enemies like this. That's a tank. That's a tank. Speaking of tanks, that brings me to the sponsor of today's video, War Thunder. War Thunder is hands down the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made, allowing you to get behind the wheel of over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships. Whether it's from the 1920s all the way to modern day, War Thunder has a vehicle just for you. And the best part is that it's available now for free on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. One of the most impressive features that I found in War Thunder is the X-ray view that shows you exactly where you hit the enemy's vehicle and the impact of your strike. So make sure you join a worldwide community of over 70 million players in epic PvP battles today. You can do this by checking out the pinned comment or link in the description down below. On top of this, new and returning players who haven't played in 6 months will also receive a massive bonus pack that includes multiple premium vehicles, the exclusive Eagle of Valor vehicle decorator, as well as 7 days of a premium account. Now these bonuses are only available for a limited time, so don't miss out and download War Thunder today. Thank you to War Thunder for sponsoring the video and supporting the channel. Now let's get back to those trophies. After blowing up this tank, we would get our hands on the Eternal Tech Source, getting us our very next trophy. We then helped out this skeleton T-Bone, and in exchange he would take us to the Crawling Catacombs, where we had to fight off a bunch of spiders. Bro, look how many spiders there are! Anyway, clearing through this level rewarded us with the skeleton mask, and after grabbing the skeleton key in the next level, we were ready to get the Eternal Undead Source. But of course, Chaos was in our way. No, we got another Chaos fight. Oh yeah. Free as fuck. And free he was, as we swiftly took him and his minions down, getting us our very next trophy. Undead Spirit, we've got the Eternal Undead Source. For the trophy I love smashing, we have to destroy all the rocks in the Molokan Mine level. And the final rocks were actually hiding in a tech elemental gate. But we were eventually able to find and destroy them and get our trophy. That could be it, honestly. Those could be the rocks. Yes! I love smashing. I was worried. I thought I might have missed a couple, but we got them all. Whilst in these mines, we were also able to find the Crucible of the Ages, another component needed to help rebuild the Core of Light, as it's the only thing that is capable of containing the Eternal Fire Source. To find said source, we need to venture into Lava Lake's Railway, and after low-key struggling against Chaos's flame spells, we were able to secure it and our next trophy, Dancing Fire. The final source that we needed was the Eternal Magic Source, but before we can grab it, we had to check out this moving statue on the beach. Is that Exodia? Exodia! This is the Weapons Master, a member of the ancient Archean race, who would help us get to the final source. But first, we had to head to the Quicksilver Vault, where we had to deal with the worst enemy in the game. What the f? fuck is this guy? A few deaths later, we were eventually able to get our hands on the Quicksilver. And next it was on to the Archean Armory where we would get the magic source. This mission is pretty sick because we get to jump into this giant Archean war machine and obliterate literally everything and anything that comes on screen. And after doing this 30 times, we would get the trophy, the Ace Pilot. Yes, the Ace Pilot. There we go, that's for defeating 30 enemies. Shortly after this, we were able to deactivate 3 different switches which unlocked the Eternal Magic Source. Magic time. There it is, that's the Eternal Magic Source, which means that all that is left is Chaos. That's right, we made our way to the lair of Chaos, and after reaching the very end, we would enter his castle and have our final boss fight. Final boss, Chaos. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. This fight is essentially all the other boss fights merged together with one tiny exception. This time, he has a fucking dragon. Thankfully, all that the Hydra does is spam spells, which is honestly more frustrating than anything. As for 70% of the boss fight, you're just dodging flames on the ground. Chaos still summons his minions during the fight, and he summons a lot of them. But thanks to Ghost Roaster's Skull Charge, I'm able to quickly deal massive amounts of damage to both Chaos and his minions. With this strat, I got Chaos down to around half his health, and then this happened. Yeah, I'm dead. Fuck! Oh, it's so annoying. This is annoying because for the trophy One for All, I have to defeat Chaos without swapping Skylanders. Essentially meaning I can't die. So it looks like we're gonna have to circle back for that one. In the meantime, we were able to whittle down Chaos's health and eventually take him down. Let's go! The Savior. There we go, that's the story complete, but we have to go back and repeat a few missions because we missed a ton of trophies. It was now time to get some cleanup trophies, and we can smash through most of these with relative ease. We were able to plug in a second controller, and after completing our first PvP match, we would get a trophy. Yeah, the first battle, there we go. That's the only co-op trophy. We could get the Star Chaser trophy for getting 3 stars in any one level. And we decided to do the very first level, as all we needed to do to get the 3 stars was beat it in under 3 minutes. I've done that mad quick, you know. Let's go. Trophy, please. Star Chaser. There we go, 3 stars. I'm not gonna lie, I reckon I did that mission in literally a minute. That was speedrun. World record type shit. Following this, I had to complete 2 more heroic challenges to get the trophy Can't Stop Me. And whilst doing this, we actually managed to get Ghost Roaster to level 10. Level up, level 10! Hey, that's gonna get us a trophy. There we go, climb to the top. Can't Stop Me. That's doing 3 heroic challenges. All that was left was clearing up a few of the missable chapter trophies that I failed to grab my first time round. And we were starting off with few that was close. This is the one that required me to dodge 30 sharks in the Leviathan Lagoon boss fight. You know, the one that I failed miserably at. And you know what they say? History always finds a way of repeating itself. What the hell am I doing? What am I doing? Now I've got to restart the chapter. How great's that? Little side note, I actually didn't have to restart the entire chapter. I could have just waited and died and then respawned at the beginning of the boss fight. But of course, my dumbass didn't know that, so here we are running through the entire thing again. But you know, it's character building and all that shit, right? So we move. Oh my god, 3. That was close. Yes, phew, that was close. Yeah, we did it. Oh, let's go. Forget me if you can. I have to complete the Crystal Eye Castle without being hit by any of these rolling barrels. And I was able to use Ghost Roaster's Ectoplasm mode to literally phase through every single barrel, making this a piece of cake. There it is, get me if you can. We then beat the Falling Forest mission without using any rockets, and then we had Tag Me If You Can. To get this trophy, we need to complete the Creepy Citadel boss fight without getting hit by any of the laser traps. Now I had the genius strategy of using Ghost Roaster's Ectoplasm mode just like I did to dodge the barrels. And on my first attempt, I did that to perfection, but the trophy didn't pop. Now, why this is even more frustrating is because this chapter is probably the longest one in the game. And remember how I said that I'm stupid and didn't know that I could just restart the boss fight? Well, I had to redo this chapter 4 times. Fuck! Such a fucking idiot, man. I still haven't been hit. I didn't get hit. I did not get hit. I did not get hit by a laser. Please pop the trophy, man. Please pop it. Please. Yes! Tag me if you can. It finally popped, man. Next, we have Call Me Fireman, but we have to defeat Chaos's minions in the Lava Lake's railway level using Gilgrun's power hose only. Now, to make this easier, we have fully upgraded his hose so it does the maximum amount of damage. But even with this, I struggled. Man, I'm cooked. I'm toast. I have to like not take damage here. I need that cake. Let's go. That should be it. Yes, Call Me Fireman. There we go. It was now time to get one for all. We were still going with Ghost Roaster and we were still failing. I died. Shit. But on our next attempt, we made a few changes that would make the fight 10 times easier. See, majority of the time, I'm taking damage from Chaos's spells, mainly being the laser and fire spells. Well, if you sit in the bottom corner, you can pretty much avoid taking all damage, which is exactly what I did. Chilling in the corner like a prostitute. And eventually, with this strategy, we were able to take down Chaos with just one Skylander. Yes! One for all! We did it! Let's go! It's the hardest trophy. Come on! And the final trophy that we need to unlock requires us to simply buy all the upgrades for a Skylander. So we made our way over to Persephone and bought Flameslinger's final upgrade. Give us the trophy, and that will be the plat. Come on, please pop the trophy. Yes! Gotta buy them all. That's the plat. True Portal Master. Skylanders Spyro's Adventure Platinum Trophy, man. This is so nostalgic. I literally feel like a kid again. This is crazy. That's one plat down. We got 5 more to go. So, on to Skylanders Giants. That's right, Spyro's Adventure was down and Skylanders Giants was next. A little fun fact about this game is that I never played it. I played Spyro's and Swap Force, but Giants got the pass for me. The reason for that is because in 2012 when this game came out, another game also came out. That game being Call of Duty Black Ops 2. So instead of playing Skylanders Giants, I was running around Nuketown with the MSMC. Needless to say, I'm actually really excited to jump into this game because it's considered to be one of the best in the series. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Skylanders Giants kicks off with a flashback chapter 10,000 years in the past, during the height of the evil Archean Empire. Remember Exodia? Yeah, well, that guy's people used to rule the Skylands and were forcing the Mabu to be their slaves. But also 10,000 years ago saw the rise of the very first Skylanders, the Giants. One of those being T-Rex, a life elemental giant. And using him, we were able to get our very first trophy by opening our first elemental gate. Elemental Explorer. We would be able to get another trophy, Elemental Enthusiast, for opening all the elemental gates in this chapter. Thankfully, there were only 2 more, and after exploring this undead gate, we would get our trophy. After this, we smashed all of the Archean's chains and let gravity do the rest, in turn freeing all the Mabu slaves and completing chapter 1. This is also where we get a little bit more of a history lesson, as we learn that the Archeans were essentially ruled by Thanos from Wish, as he controlled their entire army using the Iron Fist of Arcus. Well, the Giants back in the day were able to defeat the Robot King and destroy the Fist of Arcus, which shut down all the Archean robots, but also banished the Giants forever. Now in modern day, the Giants are back, which has Master Eon thinking that something bad is brewing. So he sends sends us to investigate talks of a hermit who apparently has seen some shit out in Skylands. But before we can do that, we need to fix Flynn's ship, the Dread Yacht. To do this, we had to jump around various islands in the Junkyard Isles, collecting different parts for the ship. And whilst doing this, we would complete one of the feats of strength that only giants can do.
Beautiful. Chain champ, we got a trophy for that as well. There you go.
In the very next chapter, we would have to do another one of these feats of strength, except this time it involved lifting a log.
Log lifter.
Whilst here, we discovered that the hermit that we were looking for got captured by this guy Brock. So naturally, we kicked his ass and saved the little guy, who instantly became my favorite character.
Wrong answer!
Rumbletown Ranger.
Our next chapter was Cutthroat Carnival, and we would get the Skystone Superstar for beating it. And like the trophy suggests, this is where we would be introduced to Skystones, a card-style minigame where we have to use our Skystones to deal damage and take out our opponents. Now, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm kind of goated when it comes to this game. So much so that I was able to take out every single Skystones player in this chapter. Doing so would reward me with additional Skystones and a trophy.
Skystone Sampler. Skystone Superstar. There we go. That's chapter 4 done.
Remember how I said that the reason that we hunted down that hermit guy is because he saw something weird out in Skylands? Well, that thing was Chaos. Yes, he's back. Shock. And this time, he has a plan to build a robot army by using the Iron Fist of Arcus. To stop him, we had to track down an Archean war machine that Ermit had left behind in Glacier Gully. The reason he left it behind is because he thought it was haunted, which it kinda was, as this machine ghost had been separated from its robot body. But if we get it back to robot form, it would be able to help us get to the lost city of Arcus and stop Chaos. Whilst here, we managed to take out 7 different snowmen that are scattered around the map. Doing so netted us a trophy.
Snowman Slammer.
And after getting another trophy for collecting our 10th hat, we were able to reach the frozen war machine and get the ghost back to its robot form.
Glacier Great. That is for beating chapter 5.
With our new robot friend, we were able to make it to the secret Vault of Secrets, where we would not only get a trophy for kicking more ass in Skystones, but also where we would find the map to the city of Arcus. Except we didn't, because Chaos pulled up, straight up unalived our robot friend, and shattered the map into pieces. But hey, at least we got a trophy.
Vault Victor. It's another trophy, that's another chapter.
As soon as we got back aboard the Dread Yacht, we got ambushed by an Archean security copter, forcing us to land at a nearby island and find someone to repair the ship. And where we landed was a place called Willikin Village. When we activate this switch, the town comes to life and we can begin to talk to a bunch of these wooden puppets. We have to talk to every single one of these villagers to get the trophy Talker in a Strange Land. And whilst doing so, we discovered that all these puppets were made by Chaos himself, because as a kid, he had no friends. Anyhow, we eventually made it to the end of the chapter and found our last Willikin.
Talker in a Strange Land. Alright, we actually talked to all of them. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I might have missed one or two, but we got them all, so I'm pretty happy with that.
This chapter wasn't quite over yet, as we still had to deal with a boss called the Chompy Mage.
I am the Chompy Mage, and you are not a Chompy, so I don't like you. Me neither.
I'm pretty sure that this guy was Activision's way of telling kids not to do drugs, because he is definitely on something, that's for sure. Anyway, after dodging a few of his spells, we eventually took down this crackhead and completed the chapter. As a thanks for saving the Willikins, they repaired the Dread Yacht, which means that we could finally take the next step in stopping Chaos by reaching his castle. Only problem is that it's being protected by a massive shield. So instead, we made our way to Trollholm Security, where we have to find and destroy the shield generator. In this chapter, there are several cannons that will blast projectiles at us. And for our next trophy, Cannon Confounder, we have to make sure that we don't get hit by any of them. And on the very final cannon, I decided to test my luck.
Oh, that was so close. That was so close.
Soon after that, we reached the shield gun and blew it up, completing the chapter.
Cannon Confounder. Let's go. Security Breacher.
With the shield down, we could now make it to Chaos's castle. And for the trophy Chaos Buster, we need to destroy 10 of these Chaos statues.
Chaos Buster. All right, we got 10. We got 10 of those Chaos statues.
We eventually reach the end of the chapter where we are met by Chaos, but he straight up dips, leaving us to fight an arena battle. And after defeating Jawbreaker, the arena master, we would complete yet another chapter, getting us another trophy. Turns out that Chaos has gone to a giant drilling rig to try and drill his way to the lost city of Arcus. Just as we go to stop him, we get attacked again by a ghost pirate fleet, which meant that we got to test out our brand new cannon on the Dread Yacht, and shooting down 10 of these mines would earn us our very next trophy.
Mine Menace, there we go.
After dealing with oncoming ships, we decided to board the main ghost ship and eventually blow it up, completing chapter 10. With that pirate inconvenience out of the way, we made it to the drilling rig where we would have to face off against Drill X, a giant robot that raps at us.
Yo, Loki got bars though.
And I'm not gonna lie, this rap actually reminded me of the banger tune from Skepta, Disguise. Trust me, it's worth a listen. I'll just leave it at that. Soon enough, we were able to destroy the drill, completing another chapter.
Drill X Defeater. Man, that was interesting.
Following this, we made our way to Malkin Mountain because apparently here we could find someone called the Oracle. Rumor has it that this person would help us get to the lost city of Arcus. And upon arrival, we discovered that the entire village has been overrun with bad guys, and it's our job to stop them. This would then take us to another arena battle where we would have to take out waves of enemies. But thanks to Bouncer and his finger guns, this was pretty easy. And before long, the threat was dealt with and the Malkins were saved. The Malkin guy we helped showed us how to reach the Oracle, who is a weird giant magic octopus thing. Anyway, he was willing to show us how to get to Arcus as long as we complete various different trials. And in our second trial, we ended up breaking a bunch of these columns, which actually rewarded me with a trophy.
Column Crusher.
We were then able to complete the rest of the trials, which rewarded us with the coordinates to the lost city and another trophy.
Trial Taker. Chapter 13.
Whilst we were fluffing around, Chaos managed to reach the city of Arcus and get his hands on the Iron Fist, which not only raised him an army of Archaeans, but also turned himself into a giant robot, which is a bit of a problem. But lucky for us, mysteriously out of nowhere, an Archaean chopper spawned right next to our ship. You know, because it's good for the plot. So, we were able to take this chopper to the coordinates we received from the Oracle and breach our way through to the city of Arcus. And as we were navigating through this Archean tunnel, we had the opportunity to get the trophy Pedal to the Metal by collecting 16 of the speed boosts in this area.
16. I think this is the one that we need to get. We need to get all 16. Come on. Lock in. Lock in. 4 more. 4 more. 4 more. That's the last one. That's the last one. Come on. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Easy. Easy. 16 out of 16. Is that it? Yes. Pedal to the metal. Let's go. We got all 16.
After defeating a few enemies, blasting a few doors, and popping a trophy, we would make it inside the lost city of Arcus. This would be the second last chapter in the game, and it was filled with pretty tough enemies and plenty of puzzles. But after getting through all of it, we would unlock the trophy Arcus Adventurer, meaning that all we had left was one final chapter where we would have to face Archean robot Chaos. At the very start of the fight, we are able to lure Chaos into an avalanche of rocks. But it wasn't gonna be that easy, as he quickly gets up, and just as things begin to look hairy, our robot war machine friend from earlier comes back from the grave and helps us fight Chaos. Holy plot twist. Whilst being distracted, we were able to smash and break the Fist of Arcus, defeating Chaos and completing the story.
Savior of Skylands. There we go. We have beat the main story, and now we have unlocked Nightmare Mode.
Nightmare Mode is a difficulty setting that was introduced in Skylanders Giants and has remained a staple in the rest of the series. In Nightmare Mode, all enemies have extra health and deal way more damage. I'm talking to the point where a simple Chompy can easily unalive you, and we have to complete the story all over again in this difficulty to earn the Nightmare Avenger trophy. But before we do that, we decided to collect a few of the easier miscellaneous trophies. Most of these just involve grabbing various collectibles, completing heroic challenges, or upgrading our Skylander. But eventually we stumbled into arena challenges. There are 21 of these, and we need to complete all of them for the Great Gladiator Trophy. Majority of these are your standard arena battles. Just simply defeat the waves of enemies and you're good. But a few of them require you to complete the entire round hitless. And these levels were really pissing me off.
Fucking all that time for that. Oh my... No! Fuck! No! Okay, two at once? Come on, man. Come on, please be it. Yes! You only live once. We did it. Charm earned. And that's gonna be the trophy. Great Gladiator. All 21 arena challenges done, man. That one was so annoying, man, but we did it. Let's go!
It was then time to give Nightmare Mode a crack, and after a few chapters, I started to realize that this difficulty is no joke.
Oh my god, was that 800 damage or something? Like, what the actual fuck am I supposed to do? Like, what am I supposed to do there?
But lucky for me, I do have like 30 Skylanders at my disposal. So even though there were definitely some sections where I died like 6, 7, 8 times, I was still able to eventually complete the level. Something that I also focused on doing during Nightmare Mode was cleaning up all the missable chapter trophies that I didn't get my first time round. One of these was Auto Gyro Pyrotechnician, which requires you to destroy all the Archean copters in this chapter. This trophy has a completion percentage of 1.2%, making it the hardest trophy to earn in Skylanders Giants. And the reason for that is because some of the auto gyros literally require you to pre-fire to destroy them. But still, after like 3 restarts, we were able to unlock the trophy.
There we go, Auto Gyro Pyrotechnician.
Eventually, we made it to Chapter 15, the Lost City of Arcus. And inside are a ton of brute enemies that were causing me lots of problems. So much so that I literally was left with only a few Skylanders remaining.
Bruv, I'm not even tough, bro. I'm not going to make it past this level. There is not a world where I actually get past this level. All right. Come on, bro. This is cheese. Come on. Oh my god, we did it. Is that... Please tell me I don't have to fight anyone else. Yeah, level up, Zook. You deserve it, brother. You deserve it, brother. Oh, please. Yes! Oh. Man, I kid you not, I have 3 Skylanders left, and 2 of them are level 1. I literally died like 40 times.
We then made it to the final fight again, and the hardest part was dealing with Chaos's spells, as in Nightmare Mode, they deal an absurd amount of damage. But luckily, with only 12 HP left, I was able to level up Tree Rex, which restored all my health and also earned me a trophy for maxing out a Skylanders level.
To the max, that's getting a Skylanders to level 15. Did it right in the final fight.
About 12 deaths later, we were finally able to take Chaos down again.
Let's go! We did it! We did it! Wait, that's Nightmare Mode done as well. Let's go! Nightmare Avenger. We have beat the story on Nightmare Mode, the hardest difficulty, man. That was tough, but we did it. Come on.
I then had to grind my way up to 65,000 gold with one of my Skylanders, which was quite a task, but after a handful of hours, I was able to get this done with Tree Rex. And then the final trophy to get the platinum was Completionist, where I have to earn 3 stars in a level. And like we did in Spyros, we simply redid the first chapter, and all we had to do was beat it in under 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Be honest, I think you're like 30 seconds. Come on! Quick, quick, quick. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It's gotta be good. Come on, get through, get through, get through, get through, get through. Hit this, hit this, hit this, hit this, hit this. Hit this. Come on, skip, skip, skip. That's gotta be good. That's gotta be quick. Come on, that's pretty quick. That's gotta be quick. Come on. 3 minutes. Oh! Completionist. And no way. Skylanders Giants Platinum Trophy 2 down. 4 to go. Giants was done and Skylanders Swap Force was next. This was actually the last Skylanders game that I played as a kid. And honestly, I have some very fond memories with this one. Specifically, I remember getting a bunch of the Swap Force characters for my birthday back in the day. And I remember just how excited I was opening them on the kitchen table. I briefly touched on this with Spyro's Adventure, but it's seriously such a strange feeling returning to these games after all these years. In a good way, of course. But the nostalgia really hits hard. Anyway, it was time for us to jump in and start earning some trophies. In Skylanders Swap Force, we get introduced to, well, the Swap Force, a group of Skylanders that have the ability to interchange their top and bottom halves, allowing for dozens of different combinations for you to choose from. The entire Swap Force story revolves around a magical volcanic eruption in the Cloudbreak Islands. Every 100 years, 4 elementals come together and join powers to help replenish all the magic in Skylands. And the very first chapter sees us in the heart of the volcano, as we have to help this girl Tessa because, believe it or not, her home is being invaded by Greebles. And as soon as we put our Skylander on the portal, we realize that we finally have the ability to jump. Oh, we can jump. Let's go.
After clearing through enemies and getting introduced to the core mechanics of the game, we would make it to Woodburrow, which would not only get us our first trophy, but also act as the new hub in the game. Here we meet this guy Rufus, who might actually be the biggest NPC in video game history. Like seriously, I don't know why he is even in the game. He is irrelevant and just straight up looks like a twat. But more importantly, whilst we were here, we would be able to pick up a few miscellaneous trophies. 2 of those being Boom and Perch Plunge, which we could get for climbing to the top of the tree in Woodburrow, lighting the fireworks, and then diving off.
Boom! There we go. That's for lighting the fireworks here in Woodburrow. And I'm pretty sure if we do this, we get another trophy for taking the plunge. Gonna pop. There it is. Perch Plunge.
There is also one more trophy in Woodburrow. That trophy is newsworthy. To get it, all we have to do is interact with this signpost and see the message of the day. Except we can't, because for over half a decade now, the servers for this game have been shut down, making this trophy unobtainable and the platinum trophy impossible if you didn't already have this trophy. Now this does suck, but it sucks less knowing that this trophy has actually been bugged in Australia since launch. So I was never even able to get this trophy in the first place. But still, despite this, I'm going to unlock every other trophy in Swap Force because that's the aim of this video. Unlocking every single Skylanders trophy that I can. So with that out the way, we learn that our boy Chaos is back and he has a new plan. He has discovered a mineral called Petrified Darkness, which he can use to evilize anything that it touches. And after kidnapping the chiefess of Woodburrow, he finds out the location of one of the 4 elementals, the ancient Flashfin. His plan is to evilize the Flashfin so that when the Cloudbreak volcano erupts, all of Skylands will become evil. After saving the chiefess and getting a trophy, we made our way to Mudwater Hollow, the home of the ancient Flashfin. But upon arrival, we learn that Chaos has already started evilizing him using his Petrified Darkness. After clearing through the level, we made it to the elemental and were able to smash these 4 Evilizer crystals, saving the Flash Fin and completing the chapter.
Swamp secured.
We then headed to the Rampart Ruins, as this is where Chaos is getting his petrified darkness from. Chaos also evilized his butler Glumshanks and sent him here to oversee the operation. And after completing this chapter, we would have to confront him in a boss fight. Essentially, the boss fight involves us luring Glumshanks into these wall spikes, which would immobilize him for a few seconds, allowing us to deal damage. And after doing this enough times, we were able to beat him.
Glumshanks de-evilized.
Here we would also get to see a brand new villain for the very first time, Chaos's mum.
MILF. Mom, I'd like to fuck.
Our next elemental that we needed to save was the ancient Terror Squid, and after helping out some land sharks in the Iron Jaw Gulf, we found out that there's a bloke in Motleyville called Sharpfin who could help us. But upon arrival, we learned that the entire place has been taken over by one of Chaos's subordinates, Baron von Shellshock. And not only has he imprisoned Sharpfin, but he has also evilized Tess's giant chicken, Whiskers. After chasing the bird throughout the chapter, we were eventually able to take it down.
And then we should get it done here. Boom. And he's down. De-evilized Whiskers.
With the bird saved, we were then able to corner the Baron and earn our next trophy.
Come on. Bosh. Let's go. Baron von Shellshock is down. New law in town. It's chapter 6 done.
Because we saved his life, Sharpfin agreed to help us by taking us to the ancient Terror Squid. And whilst here, I was able to take out my 10th golem, which earned me a trophy.
Golem Graveyard. That's for taking out 10 golems.
Just like we did with the last elemental, we also had to destroy 3 Evilizer crystals to save the Terror Squid. But dealing with the crystals wasn't all we had to do, as we also had to fight this giant evil fire viper. And in Skylanders, when you verse a giant creature like this, you typically get eaten.
Okay, you just ate me. Great. That's awesome.
After taking down these golems, we were able to break the evilized crystals inside the Viper and defeat it.
There we go, Squid Squabble. Vexed Viper. There we go. That's for taking down the Fire Viper.
Our next elemental is the Ancient Frost Hound. But to find out how to get to it, we need to save the Frost Elves who are under attack. And honestly, it was around this time where it was hard not to notice a pattern with Skylanders missions. In nearly every chapter, we need to save someone's village that is under attack, and doing so would give us information or an item needed to progress the story. And nearly every Skylanders game follows this formula to a T. But hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. After saving the Frost Elves and helping them take back their castle, they would reward us with the Illuminator, which would guide us to find our next elemental, and doing so also got us 2-story trophies. We arrived at the Frostfest Mountains, and with the help of the Illuminator, we were able to navigate the blizzard and find the Frost Hound. But just as we reached him, a spider-like puppeteer named Mesmeralda snatched him first. So we had to fight her in a puppet show arena, blinding her with stage lights and dodging her various traps, eventually taking her down and successfully saving the Frost Hound.
Come on. Get close. Come on. Let's go. Puppet Master pounded. Blizzard bailout.
After this, we had to rush to Phantasm Forest, as Chaos has started burning it down to try and evilize the 4th elemental, the Tree Spirit. After hopping in a gunship and hosing down the fires, we were then able to defeat and capture Chaos himself.
Woods wetted.
That was all the elementals rescued and Skyland seemingly saved. But the celebrations didn't last long, as Chaos's MILF of a mum pulled up and played a reverse Uno card, kidnapping Tessa and retaking Chaos. So from here, we had to clear through Chaos's fortress, getting us a trophy, and eventually reaching a boss fight with Chaos's mum. But truth be told, the fight is really just against a bunch of evilized minions. And after defeating them and taking down the mini-boss Bubba Greaves, we were able to reflect one of Chaos's mum's attacks back at her and trap her inside this mirror.
Calamity averted. We've just taken down Chaos's mom.
Whilst dealing with his mum, Chaos filled the Cloudbreak volcano with petrified darkness, turning it into the ultimate evilizer and turning himself into super evil Chaos. After satiating his foot fetish and smashing his teeth in, we ended up falling into his ear, which landed us inside his head. This is where we had to fight some more than interesting opponents, like this.
What is going on?
After destroying some more crystals, we got him to sneeze us out. And after completing this parkour sequence, we reached the cannon and fired ourselves at Chaos, defeating him and completing the story.
Chaos quashed. That's a trophy. Champion of Skylands. We have completed the Swap Force story.
That was the main story complete, but we actually have to beat it 3 more times start to finish if we want to unlock the rest of the trophies. But before we jump into that, I decided to tackle a few of the bonus missions, as there were 4 trophies that I could get just by doing so. Bonus missions are essentially mini challenges where we need to attempt to rack up as much score as possible, and getting 3 stars in our first mission earned us a couple of trophies.
Hell yeah. New challenger. I think we get another trophy as well. Maybe not. Oh, no, we do. Up and coming. There we go. So that's 1 for doing just one of these challenges, and then another one for getting 3 stars. And we have to do that like another 5 times. So let's go.
Some of these missions I managed to absolutely destroy.
Oh, mate, I absolutely dominated that. I cleared that by 100k.
And others where I thought I failed.
Oh, so bad. So bad. No way I'm getting 3 stars. No way I'm getting 3 stars. That was horrible. If I get 3 stars here, man, that means this game's a joke. Because that was terrible. That was terrible. Oh wait, no way. No way. Bro, I cleared it by 2,000. Oh, that's crazy. Rising star. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. I did not deserve that. We take it.
And shortly after this, we were able to complete our 5th and final bonus mission.
That's 5 from 5. Heroic champion. That's 5 in a row. We've just done them all in a row. That's awesome.
We then had to do a similar thing for the team survival arena levels, which is similar to previous arena battles in the past games, except this time you need 2 controllers. And after completing 3 of these, I managed to snag 4 more trophies.
And that should be coming out ahead. There we go.
Now, having beat the story, we have unlocked Nightmare Mode, and we need to beat the game again on that difficulty to unlock these 2 trophies here. But we have also unlocked 2 more modes, Time Attack and Score Mode. Both of these operate in a 3-star system like the other challenges. To get 3 stars in Time Attack, we simply need to beat each chapter in a designated time frame. Pretty much just speedrunning the game. Score Mode, on the other hand, is slightly more challenging, as we need to build our combo meter as high as we can to get a good score. Pretty much everything that we do inside the chapter will help us build this score, with the main ones being defeating enemies and collecting coins. And we were able to get 3 stars on our very first mission.
171. Yeah, we smashed that one. That's 3 stars. Should be a trophy. Reach for the sky. And racking up the points. That's for getting 3 stars on our first. Now we have to do that on every single mission. So we got a long way to go.
I was able to smash through these missions pretty quickly, but I soon started prioritizing speed over building my score, and that complacency came back to bite me in the ass.
I think I've missed 3 stars. I've so missed 3 stars, bro. Ah! Oh, fuck my life, bro. So annoying, bro.
This was so annoying because I had to repeat the entire mission. But from this point on, I made a vow to myself that I would go over and above to get the required score. I was even completing the swap zones to get extra combo bonuses and coins. And soon enough, I was able to get through the entire story mode again, getting 3 stars on every other mission.
Bang, 3 stars. That means we have done every single map, the entire story mode, 3 stars. Winning streak. There we go. Now we're on to the time attack challenges. Let's go.
The time attack mode was 10 times easier in my opinion, as by this point, I knew exactly where I needed to go, and for the most part, I could just sprint past enemies instead of fighting them. To put it in perspective, whilst using a quick Skylander like Stealth Elf, I was able to clear the first chapter in 3.5 minutes, 2 minutes faster than required, and doing so got me 2 more trophies.
Mad dash. That was really quick. And race to the finish.
And it didn't take me long to get 3 stars on 3 maps and eventually complete the entire story.
Fastest one around. That is all 17 maps done on time attack. All that is left is nightmare mode.
The final trophies needed are Night of Nightmares and Times Are Hard, and both these will pop as soon as I beat the game for the 4th time on nightmare mode. And I'm not gonna lie, I treated nightmare mode the exact same that I treated time attack, as by this point all I was thinking about was finishing this game. So I speedrun it as fast as I could. I was only really struggling against some of the main bosses, because well, they deal a shit ton of damage. Whoa. But we were still able to persevere and smash through the rest of nightmare mode.
Here we go. This is it. This is it. The end of nightmare mode. For the 4th and final time, we have defeated Super Evil Chaos. Give us the trophies. Night of Nightmares, that's for beating it on nightmare mode, and we should get another one here for beating the story on hard. Times Are Hard. And this is where the platinum would pop, but you know, things just aren't meant to be, and one of those trophies is unobtainable, which is very tough. It's a tough pill to swallow. But we move. We have to move on. There's nothing we can do about it. On to the next.
The 4th game in the series is Skylanders Trap Team. Released in 2014, Trap Team would introduce the concept of trapping, whereby using trap crystals, we are able to capture and use villains in the game. And the first villain on our hit list would be the Gulper. Capturing him and completing the first chapter would also net us the trophy Soda Saver. Here we would also be able to unlock our first elemental gate, getting us the trophy Not Out of Your Element. And after poisoning the Gulper, we were able to defeat him and capture him using our water trap.
Ooh, new Skystone, the Gulper, and we get Soda Saver. Complete Chapter 1.
In the next chapter, we are able to get the trophy Road to Redemption by completing a captured villain's quest. Talking to Mags here would give us one of these quests specifically for the Gulper, and after giving balloons to a bunch of kids, we would complete it, netting us the trophy.
Road to Redemption, that is for completing a captured villain's quest, and we did it for the Gulper.
After completing chapter 2, we were sent to Chompy Mountain to take down the Chompy Mage. Now if you recall back to Giants, we already fought and beat this guy. Well, Chaos broke him and a bunch of other villains called the Doom Raiders out of prison, and we have to capture them all to save Skylands. Whilst hunting down the Chompy Mage, we were able to destroy 4 stone Chompy heads, which would get us the trophy Statue Smasher. We eventually reached the summit of the mountain where we would fight and defeat the Chompy Mage. Boom!
Find and defeat the Chompy Mage. Chompy Champ. Complete Chapter 3.
Something worth highlighting is that I have 2 traps at my disposal, a life and a water trap, and using them I need to trap 10 villains to get the trophy Hero Hunter, but this is something that I would be gradually chipping away at. Our next target was Chef Pepperjack. We were able to trace him to the Phoenix Sanctuary, where we had to deal with the classic arena battle. After clearing the waves, the chef was able to get away with one of the Phoenix's eggs that he was going to use to make a giant bomb. So after popping a trophy for completing chapter 4, we made our way to the chef's Zeppelin. But before we could land, we had to deal with some enemy reinforcements. And for the trophy Cannon Completist, we simply had to take out 8 of these troll transports during the flying sequence.
Cannon Completist. Chapter 5, destroy 8 troll transports. Let's go.
We then boarded the ship, destroyed a few chefs at Skystones, still undefeated by the way, and had our boss fight with Chef Pepperjack.
Come on, mate. You're nearly done. He's nearly done. There we go. Finally defeat Chef Pepperjack.
Master of Chefs. After completing a couple more chapters and getting a few more trophies, one of the most unimaginable things happened. Chaos became a good guy. Well, kinda not really. It's more so an enemy of your enemy is your friend sort of situation. As the Doom Raiders, led by the Golden Queen, pretty much alphaed Chaos and kicked him out of his own home. So he's joining the Skylanders. This was actually useful, as he could help us track down our next villain, the Dreamcatcher, who we could find at the Telescope Towers. And whilst here, we can get the trophy Ball Sprawler for knocking 12 of these golden balls off the waterfall. We just have to make sure that we don't break any. Well, we're getting that one later. Shortly after this, we reached the Dreamcatcher, and after knocking her out, we ended up getting 2 more trophies. Dreamcatcher Catcher. Complete Chapter 8. And wow, that's tough. Achieve Portal Master rank 5. Beautiful. That's 2 trophies. Next, we have to head to the Mystic Mill, because the Doom Raiders are using it to make an evil wooden army. With the help of the Mabu Defense Force, we were able to take down a bunch of the wooden minions and take back control of the mill. Lumber Liberator. There we go, it's another chapter down. Our next chapter was Secret Sewers. For completing it, we would get the Aroma Avenger trophy. And if we do so without taking any damage from the toxic goo, we would get another trophy. And I was focusing so hard to dodge all the goo because I really didn't want to repeat this chapter. But clearly, I wasn't focused enough. Fuck. Well, I just got hit. Fuck. But apparently, by the gods, that didn't actually count, which meant that I still got the trophy. No, good for you, we did it. We did it. Travel to Splash Station without taking any damage from goo. I thought I took damage by the ones that come up out of like the drains, but we didn't. All right, sweet, we take that, let's go. Huge. And not long after this, we completed the Secret Sewers. Aroma Avenger. Our next chapter saw us and Chaos make our way to his Willikin workshop, because Dr. Crankcase, one of the Doom Raiders, has seized control of its operations. And whilst here, we could get the trophy Ride the Rails for simply riding the train. Ride the Rails, there we go. Well, that was really easy, but we take it. After making it to Dr. Crankcase, Wolfgang, another member of the Doom Raiders, randomly pulls up and kidnaps Chaos, as he needs a Portal Master to help him time travel. But we couldn't worry about that right now, as we still had to deal with this green spider guy. And after stomping on him a few times, we would get our next trophy. Crankcase Capturer. We defeated Dr. Crankcase. In the next chapter, Time Town, we could get the trophy Da Vinci Defacer for destroying 5 wooden statues. I may have missed 3 of these at the very start of the chapter, but about 3/4 through the level, I was able to find them again, except they were on an elevated platform out of reach. But thanks to my 200 IQ brain, I was able to switch to a Skylander who has a homing attack that was able to target the once unreachable statues. Oh, yes, that worked. Da Vinci Defacer. Destroy 5 Da Vinci statues. I can't believe that worked. That was amazing. Let's go. Soon after this, we caught up with Wolfgang, but we were too late, as he was able to use Chaos to time jump into the future. So after getting the trophy for completing that chapter, we also jumped into the future, using a portal made from Da Vinci here. Upon arrival, we noticed that in this future reality, Wolfgang has conquered Skylands. But if we defeat him, all will go back to normal and the timeline will be reversed. Whilst doing so, we had to partake in another flying sequence, where we could earn another trophy. All we had to do was destroy every single blue shield around this giant base. Just to be safe, let's go. We were then able to breach Wolfgang's ship and take him down Street Fighter style. Back from the future. Complete chapter 13, we just took down Wolfgang. In the next chapter, we had to steal a rocket from the trolls so we could reach a place called the Sky Highlands. And after stampeding our way through the base, we reached a giant arena. In this arena fight, there are 4 cannons that fire sporadically. And for the trophy, Exhaust All Possibilities, we have to make sure that we don't get hit by the fire at all. After clearing through a few waves, we were met by the main boss of this place, Threat Pack. This guy is a water element villain, and lucky for us, after defeating him, we could capture him. And he would actually be the 10th villain that we trapped in a crystal. Haha, Hero Hunter. Capture 10 villains. There we go. And exhaust all possibilities. Complete the arena battle without getting hit by rocket exhausts. Rocket Recoverer. We've completed chapter 14. Using the rocket, we were able to use it to get to the Sky Highlands, where we had to face a Kung Fu chicken. First, we beat him at Sky Stones, then we beat him again at Sky Stones, and finally, we kicked his ass in a fight. Like, honestly, this poor fella has had an absolute stinker. But thanks to our heroics, we were able to use this laser crystal thing to locate the Golden Queen, as well as get us another trophy. Squadron Star. We made our way to the Golden Desert, where we could earn the trophy Garden Gladiator by shooting out 10 cacti. And I'm not gonna lie, I got this one by complete accident, but we take it. Shortly after this, we encountered the Golden Queen, who turned Callie into gold and kidnapped her. Thankfully, after completing another arena battle, we were able to get her back. Oh, we saved her. We saved her. Desert Dominator. Complete chapter 16. From here, we went to the Golden Queen's lair to take her out once and for all. And this boss fight was pretty hectic. Oh, jump! Oh my god! After dodging a few more attacks and burying her under these stone pillars, we were able to defeat the Golden Queen. Royal Flusher. There we go. Taking out the Golden Queen. It's another trophy. Just as we thought everything was good, we learned that Chaos has stabbed us in the back, seized the Doom Raider's secret weapon, and is planning to use it to destroy Skylands. You have to admit, the guy's got determination. He seriously doesn't give up. But like we have in the past, we were able to defeat him for the 45th time and complete the Skylanders Trap Team story. Yes! Yeah, we got him. We got him! Chaos Comeuppance. Complete chapter 18. That is the story complete. Savior of Skylands 5 or 4. I don't know. Complete story mode on any difficulty setting. It's 4. Savior of Skylands 4. Let's go! Trap Team introduced a new game mode called Chaos Mode, which acts as a tower defense style arena battle, where you have to stop waves of enemies from damaging this chest. And for the trophy Star, we need to complete every single level, earning all 50 stars. This trophy isn't that difficult, it's just a bit of a grind. And while smashing through the waves, I was able to get another trophy, Chaos Mode Master, for defeating 100 enemies in this game mode. And after a solid 5 more hours of gameplay, I was able to work my way through all 100 waves, eventually completing every level. There we go, level complete. We beat all 100 waves. Star. Earn 50 stars in Chaos Mode. We did it. That was like pretty easy. It just took so long, but we got it done. Happy days. After this, we had to beat all the arena battles for the trophy Chairman of the Rumble Club, which meant the return of the 1 HP hitless challenge. Bullshit. An eagle with his... I have to redo the whole thing now. It's probably the last enemy. For sake. Yeah, die, you stupid eagle. Bloody bird. Oh my, it was the last enemy as well, by the way. Just to point that out. One of these arena levels is actually locked, and all we had to do to unlock it was buy it from the shop, which would also get us a trophy. Arena Mogul. Unlock Brock's special arena. Right, now we just gotta beat it. Is that it? That's it! 25k is crazy. Chairman of the Rumble Club. Nightmare Mode was next, and whilst beating it, I once again made sure that I collected all the missable and miscellaneous trophies. None more important than Ball Sprawler. Alright, one more, come on, please. Please don't break. Please don't break. Let the ball do the work. Come on, good line. Run it up there. Come on, is that going in? Okay, a little more. Come on. Yes, come on. Ball Sprawler. Knocked 12 golden balls off the waterfall, man. And nothing broke that time. Hell yeah. Let's go. I have to point out that Trap Team by far has the hardest nightmare mode, and it's not even close. I can't pinpoint exactly why, but I noticed that on nearly every level and every major boss fight, I was rotating through at least half a dozen Skylanders. And funny enough, it wasn't even the Skylanders that were carrying me through the levels. It was this guy. Threat Pack is one of the water villains that we captured, and he is an absolute demon. He is able to send out projectile rockets that home in on targets, and I pretty much spam this attack for all of Nightmare Mode. But even relying on Threat Pack wasn't going to help me with the final boss fight with Chaos, which was absurd.
Chaos again. Jesus Christ. Wow. Okay. That is a lot of damage, right? That is just a lot of damage. Holy shit. 777 damage, by the way. What the fuck?
Death by death, I was quickly running out of Skylanders. And believe it or not, I ran out of Skylanders.
Alright, this is literally my last Skylander, bro. I've got like fucking 60 here. Literally my last Skylander, bro. Come on, man. Come on. He's dead. Alright, yeah, cool. That's just it. Yeah. That's literally them all done. Fucking hell, bro.
I went through just under 40 Skylanders and couldn't beat this guy. But the next time round, I battened down the hatches and locked the fuck in. So much so that I was pulling out magical items to help me in the fight. And to my surprise, that worked. As after a solid 36 minutes of dodging and gradually chipping away at his health, this happened.
Come on. Oh, he's solo. He's solo. He's solo. He's solo. He's solo. Come on. Attack. Look how low he is. Bro, I've got like 10 left, maybe. Man, I'm so nervous. This is so stressful. Come on, man, he's solo. We're doing it. We are 100% doing it. Come on. Gotta be good here. Gotta be good. Oh, here we go. Swap to that. He's moving to my side. Get those off. Yes! Come on, man. Let's go. Battery's low. Who gives a shit, bro? We defeated Chaos on Nightmare Mode. We did it. Give me the trophy. Dream a little nightmare. Complete story mode on the Nightmare difficulty setting, which means impossible. Platinum trophy, baby. Only 2 more games to go. And then we've done them all.
The penultimate game in the series is Skylanders Superchargers, which introduced vehicles to Skylands. Vehicles come in 3 different categories: land, sea, and sky. Each one having a designated Skylander that it is paired with. And for our land vehicle Hot Streak, its pair was Spitfire. Having these 2 on the portal at the same time would give us the supercharged boost, and also net us our first trophy.
Hey, perfect pair.
You can also deck out your vehicle using mods, and we were able to get 2 trophies for simply equipping and collecting some of these mods.
Mod Master. Collect 4 vehicle mods.
Also, probably a good time to highlight that I'm not a big fan of racing games, mainly because I'm shit at them. And in this game, there are lots of racing missions, to the point where there might actually be too many of them. But thankfully, the first chapter introduced us to the controls, and after getting a feel for them, we were able to break Flynn, Callie, and the gang out of jail.
Jailbreak. Beat the Rift to Skylands on any difficulty. The first mission down.
Now I should probably explain why the gang were imprisoned in the first place. Well, you know, Chaos, the guy that we trapped into a vault last game, well, somehow since then, he has not only escaped that vault, but he has also miraculously become the ruler of all of Skylands. I like a good comeback story as much as the next guy, but come on, turn it up a little bit. The guy went from being behind bars to literally achieving his only goal of ruling Skylands with no explanation whatsoever. Well, actually, apparently there was an explanation in a comic book that no one read, but still, this is on par with Minecraft YouTubers doing some mining off camera. And honestly, it's kind of a shame, because the rest of the story is actually not terrible. And by the end of it, Chaos even gets a final redemption arc. where he turns on the darkness and helps out the Skylanders. Anyway, after completing the story, we were able to unlock all these trophies here. But the grind isn't over, as Superchargers has quite a bit of post-story content, and we have to complete a majority of it if we want to unlock the rest of the trophies. The most elusive being Ooh Shiny, which requires us to achieve gold on 12 emblems. Emblems are essentially mini achievements in Superchargers that can be ranked up by reaching certain milestones. For instance, defeating a certain amount of enemies, completing the story on Nightmare mode, as well as unlocking stars in races. Speaking of, we could get these 3 trophies here for simply winning a few races. Racing in Superchargers is pretty much just Mario Kart. There are power-ups, speed boosts, and even the classic. And on my very first race, I was neck and neck with another car, and I thought I choked it at the very end.
I'm first. No.
He got me just at the end. Oh, catch me if you can.
Wait, I came first? Wait, what?
Wait, what? I did? No way. Oh my god, I thought I got pipped. I must have got him at the end. Oh, that's insane. Wanna race? Complete a race level. Hell yeah. We got first on our first race. That's crazy. Riding that momentum, I then went on and completed the same race on the easy and medium difficulties, which would get me another trophy.
Pole position.
These weren't the only vehicle-related trophies, as I would also get one for fully upgrading my vehicle, entering a vehicle in co-op mode, as well as simply honking the horn, something that I somehow avoided to do throughout the entire story. There was, however, one vehicle trophy that I just couldn't get to pop, that being check out my ride. This trophy requires us to equip 3 different mods to our vehicle, something that I had done probably halfway through the main story, but the trophy never popped, and it took me a while to figure out why. But eventually I realized that because I bought my Skylanders secondhand, I'm not the original owner, and the previous owner had obviously already equipped 3 mods to that vehicle, which meant that the game didn't recognize when I did it for the first time. And turns out it was actually a very easy fix, as all I had to do was reset the vehicle and change ownership to me, and I could get the trophy.
Yes, there we go. Check out my ride. All we had to do was reset the vehicle. That's all we had to do.
Something that has also made a return in Superchargers is Skystones. And out of all the variations of the game, this one might actually be my favorite, as different Skystones have abilities that impact the board, which forces you to actually think more whilst playing. There are 2 Skystones related trophies that we can obtain. The first being the Real Collector, which we can get for simply collecting 43 Skystones. We could obtain them through various methods, the main one being defeating other players, but we could also get them from opening treasure chests, as well as from the wishing well, which we can use by throwing in stones that we collect in-game. My strategy for getting the Skystones quickly was simply repeating the Spellpunk library chapter in the main story, as here you can easily open up to 3 treasure chests, as well as get your hands on a good chunk of wishing stones, and by doing that for a while, I was able to build up my collection.
Hey, the Real Collector. Collect 43 Skystones. I've had a feeling that one was coming. We've been getting a lot of Skystones. But there we go, that's another trophy down.
Next we had Skystone Savant for winning 15 games of Skystones. Remember how I said that Chaos helped us out at the end of the story? Well, he actually became a fully fledged good guy, and we were able to play him at Skystones once every single day. And after a few days of beating him, I would unlock the trophy.
And that's game. Skystones Savant. Win 15 games of Skystones Overdrive. Hell yeah.
This was great, as this also earned me a gold emblem, and I was actually able to get a few more of these by constantly repeating the Spellpunk mission, as there were emblems for collecting soul gems, hats, legendary treasures, and more. But that wasn't all that mission was good for, as for the trophy pair of quarters, pair of dimes, we need to reach Portal Master rank 70. We can gain XP to build our portal rank through various means. The main sources being pinatas and live wire locks, and that Spellpunk mission conveniently has both. In fact, the live wire lock can literally be done 15 seconds into the level, and after repeating it a few times, not only would I get the trophy for solving 15 locks, but I would also reach rank 25. Hey, quarter! That is Portermaster rank level 25. I then continued to do this method over and over again. Some runs I would be able to rank up 1 to 2 levels, depending on how many pinatas I get. And doing so, I eventually reached rank 40 and then rank 55. There we go, pair of quarters and a nickel. Porter rank level 55, 15 more to go. Nightmare mode was next, and beating it would give us a gold emblem and a trophy. Now I said that Trap Team's Nightmare mode was the hardest by far, and that's still true. Luckily for us, Skylanders Superchargers on the other hand has the easiest Nightmare mode. See, in the story, all the chapters are split up into 4 mini chapters. Well, to beat the game on Nightmare mode, we only have to beat the final mini chapter in each chapter, and doing this, I was able to smash through the entirety of Nightmare mode in just over an hour, which is insane. And whilst doing this, I was also able to unlock the gold emblem for defeating enemies, which would earn me a trophy. All right, now let's get this emblem. Gold standard. Earn 6 gold emblems. Now we got to get 6 more. Superchargers also has a couple quest givers which all have their own associated trophy. Our first being Driver's Ed, which we can get for completing a driver's quest from Buzz. The quest he gave us simply required us to defeat enemies with Spitfire's Flame NATO ability. So I went to the Battle Brawl Arena chapter, and after a few waves, I ended up completing it. Hey, Driver's Ed. Fully complete a driver quest from Buzz. There we go. The next 2 trophies require us to complete 10 quests from both Hugo and Tessa. We can complete a total of 3 quests per day. Most of them involve repeating a mini chapter or completing a small objective, whether that be getting a vehicle star, exploring a gate, or defeating a mini boss. And after a few days, I would eventually complete my 10th quest from Tessa. Hey, there it is, Tessa's Traveler. Complete 10 quests given by Tessa. Hell yeah. Hugo's quests, on the other hand, were proving to be a bit more challenging, as I kept getting one which required me to use a sea vehicle. I didn't have a sea vehicle. I only had a land and a sky vehicle. So pretty much I had to wait an entire 24 hours and hope that tomorrow he doesn't give me the same quest.
Hi there, Skylander.
Oh, fuck off. In the meantime, I decided to head back over to the racing mode, as I need to get 25 stars to get gold medals for both land and sky vehicles. And after completing a few races, I came to the sickening realization that getting those emblems wasn't gonna be possible, because half of the races are locked, and you need to purchase extra racing pack peripherals if you want to unlock them. And when I saw how much these things cost, I nearly cried.
It can't be. It can't be.
Those prices can respectfully go get fucked. But to my relief, the vehicle trophies for both the sea and sky races were much more affordable. And this is when I had a genius plan. See, Hugo has been stuffing me around because I didn't have a sea vehicle. So if I buy one of those, as well as the sea and sky trophies, I can effectively kill 3 birds with 1 stone. So that's what I did. A few days later, the packages arrived, and I could finally use a sea vehicle and complete Hugo's quest. Hey, Hugo's hero. We have done it. We have completed 10 quests given by this fella here. Good stuff. With the 2 racing add-ons, I was able to unlock all the additional races in Skylanders Superchargers, and I decided to start off with the sea races, which were a bit harder than I expected, because, well, I'm still shit at the game. What the fuck is that? Oh my god. That is bullshit. This might be a bit embarrassing for me to admit, but I just could not beat the first race. Come on. No! No! I'm second. No, bastard! 2 in a row, man. but then I had an attempt where I had the lead going into the final stretch.
Come on, come on, come on, please, come on, come on! Let's go! Oh, we finally did it. Let's go, man.
We were then able to earn 3 stars on the other race levels as well as the time trials. And doing so finally ranked me up to level 70.
Hey, wait for it. There it is. Pair of quarters, pair of dimes. Reach Portal Master rank 70. Let's go, man. That's huge.
And it didn't take me long to earn all the needed stars for the sea vehicles.
Now we can redeem that. And it's gold. That is the gold sea vehicle emblem. Let's go.
All that stood between me and the plat was 13 sky stars. And after completing a few races and boss pursuits, all I had to do was beat this time trial.
Lock in. Final race, man. Final race. Let's just lock in. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. Hit this boost. I missed the boost. I missed the boost. Is it going to be enough? It's going to be enough. Let's go. That's it, man. That is it. That's 3 stars. Oh, hell yeah. Boom. There we go. New record. Give me the 3 stars. 1, 2, 3. 3 stars. Here we go. Our 12th and final emblem. After having to buy some additional peripherals, we have finally done it. There we go. Ooh, shiny. Achieve gold on 12 emblems, which means supercharged. Skylanders Superchargers Platinum Trophy. Let's go.
5 games completed, leaving 1 remaining. That being Skylanders Imaginators, a game where for the first and final time, you can create your own Skylanders. On top of this, there were a new class of Skylanders introduced called Senseis, and we've got our hands on 2 of them, King Pen and the Golden Queen. Yep, she's back and she's a good guy now. Just like Chaos, remember? He's a good guy now. Well, it doesn't matter if you remembered because the writers sure didn't. That's right, Chaos is evil again, and he is trying to build his very own version of Skylanders called Doomlanders, and one of them just attacked the Skylander Academy. So we followed them to the very first chapter, Cradle of Creation. Here we got introduced to 2 mechanics exclusive for senseis, one being sensei shrines, and after opening our first, we would get a trophy.
A Sky Chief for Yi. Alright, it's a trophy.
This would unlock a new ultimate ability for King Pen, and we were able to use this attack in a gong challenge.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! What? No damage. Cradle of Creation. Complete the gong challenge without taking any damage. Let's go. We take that.
After completing a couple chapters, popping a couple trophies, and defeating a testicle, we would eventually find our 3rd gong challenge, which would also get me a trophy.
Gong bong. Complete 3 battle gong challenges. Alright. Let's go.
We would eventually reach the end of the chapter where we would have to face one of Chaos's Doomlanders. And this would be the case for every single chapter. Beat the level, beat the Doomlander, and get the trophy.
Hey, Road Scholar. It's chapter 3 done.
And after doing this a few more times, we would reach the chapter Golden Arcade, where we could get the trophy King of Cake for getting a score over 4,000 in this minigame.
And boom. Hey, King of Cake.
During this chapter, we were also able to level up King Pen to level 20.
Hey, Black Belt. Level up any sensei to level 20.
In the next chapter, we had to head into the clouds to learn some dragon magic. And whilst here, we could get the trophy, the Ultimate Tourist, for visiting every single island whilst descending down from the temple.
Hey, there it is. The Ultimate Tourist.
And after getting a few more story trophies, we would finally reach the Lair of Chaos, where we could get a trophy by breaking the scoreboard in this game show sequence. This trophy requires a lot of patience, as every time we take out one of these Chaos clones, our score goes up by 50, and we need to reach 10,000, meaning that we have to take out over 200 of these guys.
That should be it. Let's go. Big winner. 10K score. We broke the scoreboard. Man, that's okay, but we did it. Now let's go beat Chaos.
After finishing this chapter, we would reach the final boss fight with Chaos. And look, straight up, not beating around the bush, the story in this game is complete dog shit. Like, it's actually terrible. But one thing they did get right was Chaos's design in the final fight.
Versus Super Saiyan Chaos, what the hell? Oh, look at the damage we're doing to him now. Look at the damage! This is ridiculous. Oh my god, look at that, he's dead. That was so easy. Thank god it's over. There it is, Savior of Skylands 6. We have beat Skylanders Imaginators.
It was time for cleanup, and we were able to pick up a ton of these trophies super quickly. Most of them are similar to the previous games, where we have to solve lock puzzles, win Skystones matches, or open elemental gates. And doing so, I was able to get myself 8 more trophies. In the post-game, we were able to talk to this brain guy to receive different adventures. Essentially, they are just mini missions that he sends us on at various places around the map. After completing 3 of these at each of the different locations, we were able to get our hands on 3 more trophies.
Yes, no madness for you. That's all the adventure one's done.
Of course, the main gimmick in this game is your Imaginator, with one of the key elements being how much you can customize it. And I'd be able to unlock 4 more trophies by simply equipping my Imaginator with different weapons. Now, thankfully, the game doesn't require us to beat it on Nightmare mode for the plat. However, I still have to repeat a few missions to unlock the missable chapter trophies. And the first one, Fizzy Landscaping, requires us to remove 9 trees in the chapter Fizzland. Next, we had bananas, which I could get for eating 5 bunches of bananas in the Shelmont Shores chapter. 4 of these were literally in plain sight, but one of them was hiding on a lowered platform. And after grabbing all of them, I would get myself the trophy.
This should be it. There it is, bananas. 1 more trophy to go.
The final trophy needed was Wrecking Baller, by far the most tedious trophy in this game. It requires us to use the Wrecking Ball to destroy every crate on this cargo ship during the Sky Fortress chapter. We have 45 seconds to do this, which makes it way more difficult than it needs to be. And if we accidentally destroy 10 of the explosive crates, we would progress to the next checkpoint and I would have to restart the chapter. Lucky for me, I was able to successfully get this done on my 3rd attempt.
Yes, yes, yes! Wrecking Bowler! Let's go! We did it. Now give me that plat. Pro Lander. We have done it. We have done it. We have platinumed all of them.
Man, what a journey this has been. Unlocking every single Skylanders trophy that we can. From replaying games that I played as a kid to playing some brand new ones, this entire journey has been an absolute blast. Shout out to War Thunder again for sponsoring today's video. And remember to download War Thunder for free on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation by using my link in the pinned comment or top of the description. And don't forget that new and returning players who haven't played in 6 months are eligible to get a massive bonus pack filled with goodies. So don't miss out and make sure you check out War Thunder today. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and as always guys, take care.